Yes, guys, it's Danny Glover from Fight Fan TV Live, proudly sponsored by Treasure Boxing Club. And tonight we are joined at the AO Arena in London by the one, the only, Ben Shalom. How you doing today?
Great introduction. How are you?
I'm all right, you know. Do you know what? I want to tell you about last night. I was on one of my doors, you know, and I met one of your best mates, Ellis McGrath.
Hi. You know what? I've known him since he was 5 years old. That's my guy. I grew up with him and his brother Paul in Manchester, son of Paul McGrath, the great Paul McGrath. And Ellis is a hero. Where do you see him? Where were you?
I was working one of my doors, one of my venues out in Bow Hackney area. So he was a punter, and somehow he was talking about Saudi, and then I was talking about, yeah, I've been there before, and then we got into boxing. He was like, oh yeah, do you know Ben Shalom? I was like, yeah, and then he started telling me about your how you started out with an event called Blackout back in the day.
Yeah, under 18s. I was about 17, getting loads of underage kids and my mates into clubs, and yeah, that's how it started. Blackout, and it was. Yeah, we had all sorts of run-ins, but it was great fun.
Yeah, he's saying about like Portugal and Gran Canaria and all those trips, so we won't go into too much of that, but yeah, it was good to speak to him. So yeah, how would you assess tonight? What I would say is, do you think that maybe Scott Forrest was out again too soon after his fight with Devon Miller?
Listen, you saw even Callum Simpson, you know, first few rounds, back and forth. And that's what can happen, and fair play for him taking it, and he deserves credit. You know, you don't want fights to be put off, but he's gone in there in a 50-50 fight. I hope to see the rematch. Anyone can get caught, and he got caught. And yeah, so feel for him, but he's a great fighter, and he'll always bring entertainment. And so he'll be back. He'll feel gutted tonight, but we'll make sure that he'll be back.
Yeah, Aurel Ignat, a good fighter as well. Did you know much about him?
We knew a bit. We sparred a lot of our guys. Works with Martin Bowers. Great support from Moldova as well. Like, it's almost, yeah, it almost reminds me of like when we had Florian Marcu. You know, he sells a lot of tickets and brings his own thing to the show. Good addition to the cruiserweight division, which is hotting up. I thought Lucas Rohrig also fine tonight. Special talent.
Very special talent. It was good to see Hassan Azim back. Haven't seen him in a while. What happened to him, and what took so long to get back?
He had a bad illness, and it looked as though it could be really bad at one point, and he had to completely stop training, and he couldn't exercise and all sorts. So, to be fair, I'm really impressed that he's got back. I'm delighted to see him back in shape, ready to go, and we can start the journey. But it's been a really tough year, 18 months for him.
Also, a nice positive win for and title pickup for Jamie TKV tonight against Michael Webster. A good opponent. We saw first time out against Solomon Dakers. Should have arguably got the decision. It seems like his style was becoming like a bit of a mauler, but it's like breaking guys down like a bit like Holyfield style. We're really wearing them out and stopping them late. He did that against Frank Ignatius and now Michael Webster tonight. So what did you think of his performance?
I thought it was good. Look, I did think it was a bit messy at times. Wasn't the best fight I've ever watched, I have to be honest, but he's a very good fighter. It's going to be very, very tough to beat, and he got him out of there in the end, and now he moves on, get him a big name and see where he can go. But delighted for him, just wasn't the greatest fight.
And Callum Simpson back out again, you know, very destructive, looking really good.
That was a great fight. He just wanted to bring the smoke, to be fair, and I could tell, and he enjoyed his opponent, and it was great to see Elvis swinging and taking punishment, character, and he gets a lot from that sort of fight. The profile, the numbers that fight generated this week is great for Callum, and yeah, to do it on 3 weeks' notice, proper fighter, proper switched on, and now we go to Oakwell and have a massive night.
Yeah, the Barnsley Army was out in force. Also, all right, so touch on the main event. Adam Azim managed to drop Sergei Lipinets with a big check left hook and then smashed up his face. It was, some people was saying it was a premature stoppage, but me personally, I thought it was a fair stoppage. What did you think about it?
I think premature stoppage is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. It should have been stopped 2 rounds before. I thought he saw way too much punishment. I thought Adam Azim was world class, superb. He's a joy to watch. It's like when someone's born to do something, you sit back and enjoy. His movement's ridiculous. He can hit you from anywhere. His inside work, the box, he's flawless. And yeah, he's going to be so hard to beat at that weight division. Massive for the weight as well, and yeah, flawless performance from Azim. He is really getting to world level now.
So quick touching on some of your big fights coming up. You've got Joshua Buatsi versus Billam-Smith. You've got Anthony Yarde versus Lyndon Arthur. You've got Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn. You've got Chris Billam-Smith versus Brandon Glanton. So talk to us about how some of those fights got made and what's your thoughts on the fights coming up?
All big fights. A lot of boxer matchroom going on. I think Buatsi wins. Eubank Ben, boxer matchroom. Eubank wins. Vidal Riley, Sheb Clark, boxer matchroom. Vidal will win. Chris Billam-Smith, Brandon Glanton, great fight. Expect Chris Billam-Smith to come back into it now. Great to see Anthony Yarde back. He brings something special to that light heavyweight division. So yeah, great to see him back. But it's going to be an interesting few months.
Also, I see Martin Bakole was here tonight. He's got a big fight against F.A. Ajagba as well, so I almost forgot he's on the ringside show. So yeah, great addition there. So what's your thoughts on this fight going into with F.A. Ajagba?
Yeah, just delighted that someone's managed to have some balls and take the fight, because no one would take it. Genuinely went through every fucking name on that list and everyone just kept pulling out. So fair play, F.A. Ajagba has stepped up and taken it, and we now have a great fight. But being one fight away from a world title for everyone involved in Martin Bakole is extremely exciting, and there's going to be a lot of upset people when he takes over the heavyweight division, let me tell you. So I'm just sitting quiet and you're going to let Martin do the business.
And lastly, I see Caroline Dubois. She's been out, calling out everybody, and last time she got an unfortunate draw. What's the plan? Are you looking to run that fight back?
No, not at all. She moves on now. She fights on March the 7th. And for me, the future face of women's boxing, I believe that within 12 months, she'll have every belt in that division.
Oh, sorry. And lastly, Adam Azim called out Dalton Smith finally. So what's your plans on that? Are you looking to make that towards the end of the year, or how's that going to marinate?
Yeah, we'll make it when it makes sense, and he'll beat him, and he'll beat most fighters. For me, our yardstick is how can we get to the Devin Haney's, how can we get to the Ryan Garcias. He's a phenomenal talent, and the fights that the fans want to see are going to happen, and Adam Azim's going to be the winner.
Thank you very much for your time. We're going to head to the press conference now, and there you have it. It's Danny Glover from Fight Fan TV Live, proudly sponsored by Treasure Boxing Club, and there you have it. It's Ben Shalom, and remember guys, persistence beats resistance. You know where it is.